Hello and welcome to the next episode. Now, last episode we have boomed up our mining of noble metals on Io and all the other planets there in the Jovian system. And now we are looking at the end game. So we are basically, I think, like 3 or 4 episodes away from finishing this playthrough. Now, this episode we are going to focus on building up our fleet. So I don't expect too many actions. I'm going to probably send my first fleet to the Saturn system. And also I want to change some tech here. So basically the inertial confinement fusion reactor 7 is coming more or less too late. So we can build some ships in the next year with the new design. But more important is the independent commands now. Because reduces by 15%. And we currently have 179 for ships and 120 under construction. So a total of almost 300. Therefore, getting rid of 15% of that, that's 30 and a half, so 45 mission control we are going to get back from finishing this technology. Which is going to be very important because we already have 120 under construction and we are going to at least build another batch of ships in every shipyard we have. Therefore, we are not only requiring more mission control here, but also we have to be more efficient on the ones we use currently. So we can also check what we can do on Earth to improve our mission control further. So, for example, the PSC probably is putting everything into this more or less. Public opinion is a bit reduced. We can work on this, but it's already putting 34% into it. So I'm going to, in fact, go lower here. Something like this. Yeah, maybe we can, in fact, cut down economy investments here to something like 4%. Knowledge as well, because it's no longer important, just to counteract the loss of democracy score here. 20% in welfare is fine, 2% in spoiled is fine, and then 58% in mission control. Yeah, that sounds like perfect. And check the USA here. USA can in fact build a little bit of mission control. 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like that's it. 4. Okay, so I don't think we need to change anything here because 4 mission control will be built within like 3 or 4 months. Basically, 30% of 45 is around about 15. 15 with 69% boost is, I don't know, but enough to build 1 mission control probably. So yeah, 3 to 4 months and it's done. Yeah, that sounds about right. Then the question is, can we find more mission controls somewhere else? Nations, let's go there, show all nations. Is there anything we can take over which is mission control efficient? European Union, I don't want to meddle with this. India also no. Germany, I don't want to do anything with the resistance initiative here. Interesting that they didn't leave. Okay. Turkey has 14, but costs 60 almost. Interesting. Italy has 12. Is there something more efficient? Doesn't look too great. Yeah, okay, maybe we don't want to take any countries and we just use the ones we got. I mean, we could also consider taking back... Nah, it's also in a resistance and I don't want to meddle with resistance. They are friends, more or less. So we could take back the remnants of Russia again. No, 2 mission control, forget it. That's what we do. Could of course take over Algeria here. And then do this country project, which is I think the Berber whatever project. Then we could unite some into it here. But they're also all maxed out already. Doesn't sound too attractive here. Portugal? No, that's European Union. Spain? 10. Spain might be interesting. Only 45. Yeah, maybe I'm going to search for something we can take over while we wait for our stuff here. And meanwhile, we just progress, build, and continue onwards here. But basically, we are going to probably skip some time here now because we are just waiting for our ships to finish. And that's not all too interesting in the end, right? Okay, we have finished the layered defense arrays on our Mars bases, which I started up in between. The reason for this is that we are going to get rid of the research campuses here. So basically I'm going to rework this whole thing into something more money-based, because our biggest problem is going to be money to support the fleet we are building. Of course we could just spoil other countries, but that feels a little bit lame, so I'm not going to do this. Instead I'm going to put some nanofactories here, and of course optimize this to tier 3 buildings. Maybe put some spaceworks on it to continue making more shipyards. Our resource influx is of course massive. But let's see. But basically we are going to get rid of the science here. Okay, here we go. We have unlocked Titans, although I don't think that I want to use them. However, our shipyards are all building stuff currently. Our mining is super useful here. However, I want to check something out. I researched something in between, which is the spinal neutron lens, I think. Let's just... let's do the Vacan corridor here. We don't need it though. So we're pushing everything into the new reactor here. Something I might use for the Titan if we want to construct one. So let's design a ship class here. And we are going with the Titan and say space superiority here. So auto design, hybrid armor, fine. That's way too much here though. Let's do something like 5320. And of course we do have the Proteum Nova Torch in there, right? Yes, that's the name of it. The newest inertial confinement reactor, exotic nanowire battery, that's fine with me. Savage Bay, no, we don't need this. Repair Bay also, no. One Spiker, ECMMK3. Where's the upgrade to the Moon? I have to search for this in the tech tree. Component armor / hydrogen storage, yes. Targeting computer, ECM, yes. And there's the spinal particle lens. That's what I want to put on this. It deals 240 megajoule of damage. So if we compare this to the heavy particle lens which we currently use on our dreadnoughts, it's double the damage basically. And that's nice. So yeah, utility modules. In fact, we are going to use the cyclotron here just to add another bit of push on it. Laser engine, no. Point defense, yes. Heavy coil gun battery. Maybe. Why not? Exotic heatsink. We don't need this. Is there any other utility module we want? Bay. Magazine, no. Platform kit, no. Flagship also, no. Although we could use this as a flagship, but we want to have multiple ones of them if need be. Oh, wait a second. The resource cost. Ah, that's crazy. Okay, yeah. Is that the armor though? No. Doesn't look like it. I think that's a propellant, right? No, it's also not the propellant. Oh no, it's the multitude of Proteum Nova Torch. We're basically only using one on these different ships we have. Yeah. So basically that's the problem. Okay, let's finish this one up. We could go with laser engine for more punch on the point defense. Hull weapons, what do we have here? Massive heavy coil gun battery version 3. So I mean, we saw that the point defense 2 are not enough. So we could do something like this instead. What? No. That's what I want. Come on, go in there. Oh, and I can't place it. Is that really? No, I can't. Okay, I thought I can't place it there. So this would be a better setup, maybe. And then we could also use the laser engine here. Titan. Version 1. So we would have 36 milli-Gs of acceleration, 560 kps, 2.2 Gs. Combat acceleration. I don't mind the costs, in fact. Well, not bad. Maybe I want to have these guys instead of the Dreadnought classes. Maybe. Heavily tanky though. Let's save design for the moment and investigate our comparable ships. So our outer system Dreadnought class is 50 milli-Gs currently. Siege class is 47. This guy would be 36. So if we were to upgrade this to 2 drives, we would be at 65. Okay. And it would go up to 500. Interesting. Now we are a little bit too fast now. It's fine with me there. So let's rename this into version 2 already. Yeah, maybe I want to have some of these bad boys here. For going to the final planet of the aliens here. And instead... No, maybe we want to have the version 4 as a refit for the existing ones. But probably it's going to be version 5 because of the upcoming reactor upgrade. So it's done in... yeah, in 1 year, basically. Wait a second. Oh, it's not yet done. I was blind, I thought I finished it already. No, I want to have this guy. 560 megajoule. 500... Okay. This hits like a truck. Oh yeah, I want to have this one on our Titans here. So let's push this technology here into November, and then we can build some of those and send these guys to Chernobog to take out the final station. That's probably going to be a nice one. And also we already reached critical mass on our Saturn expedition force. However, we don't have enough ships left for a defense of Callisto yet. So Callisto Auto System 1 fleet here is down to 6 ships now, which are old. Which means we have to wait for... No, nothing is flying from Mars currently. There's also nothing in the Mars Defense Force left. So we just have to wait here. Callisto has a bunch of ships finishing up here. Yes. But on... No, Callisto Base 2 is going to continue... Oh, the first version 4 Dreadnought is finishing here, in fact. Interesting. Oh, no, flagship. Sorry, flagship. We built that, of course. I was already confused by I think I only built some version 4s at Mars, I think. We are going to build some... I mean, if we use the Titan for the particle lens stuff, we could... Wait a second. No, wait a second. Retrofit is only on the Callisto base. We're using Callisto base 2 for new ships. So let's build some particle dreadnoughts level version 3 here, in fact. Yes. And the other ones are still under construction here. Yeah, nothing is finishing up anytime soon, but here on Callisto base itself, these are mostly retrofits of existing models. So these are going to be continued until we have critical mass of defense force again. And upgrades are going nicely here. So I think in the next 2 or 3 months we can actually send out our Saturn expedition force. Okay, it's time. 10th of October, I have compiled my fleet, which I want to send to Saturn. It's consisting of 5 dreadnoughts, normal dreadnought, a flagship, the newest one, version 4, and 9 siege class version 3 ships. Now we are going to merge these guys with our Saturn miscellaneous class, which is the Marines and the colonizer ships. And we still have 13.5 milli-Gs, normal acceleration, and let's go. So we're going to... yeah, where do we want to go? Thesis? Dione. The question is which is most serving for our purposes. So Dione has a 9.2 base here. We are 2.2. Titan, nothing basically. And Iapetus 4. Okay, let's go to Iapetus here. And do everything from there. Right. 1 base here. 3 here. 2 here. 2 here. Anything else? No. Okay, we are going to Iapetus lower orbit here. Basically needs all of our fuel here. And arrival in 7.69 weeks. So that's from now on, yeah, about 6 mission phases. Sounds good. Let's go. And then we make a station there, of course, defend it until it's an orbital where we have a shipyard, and then we can do our usual actions in fighting everything. Now, to get further out, we would need a higher version of our ships, like version 4. Or we need to send our version 3 ship to Saturn, refuel there, and then fly from there to Uranus, for example. And I'm not sure what I want to do. We do have here in the outer system, we still have a lot of version 2 classes here, so all the version 0 or 1 ships are gone by now. So we could... we do need a defense force still, that's the main problem basically. But we don't need 15 ships for defense now, because the aliens are barely doing anything currently. Probably because they are scared. And lost all ships recently. Not all, but they attacking fleets. So we would need to fly to Neptune or Uranus and then to Chernobog itself. Chernobog is, however, from Uranus basically closer than Neptune. So we do need probably a version 4 fleet to get to Neptune properly. We maybe are able to fly from Uranus with our version... Wait a sec, I think we can mock this, right? So ship classes, let's take our version 3 dreadnought here. And then choose an example orbit. So we go from Uranus. No, that's Neptune. Uranus, let's say Oberon here, lower orbit. And then we go to Chernobog itself. Chernobog. Here. And lower orbit. Yeah, we could make this. Oh no, 48 weeks now. Forget it. We're not going to do this. So we are going to need a better drive to get to Chernobog itself, which means we have to switch to the version 4s here. And therefore I'm going to start preparing version 4s on Callisto. So I'm going to start the upgrades to this version. Also, so if you go all in, it's going to be finished in a year still. Yeah, maybe. I don't really. Yeah, we don't need this reactor. No, we don't need to. We can just switch to the version 4 here. Version 4 is already with a better drive, right? Let's see. This guy here. Yeah, Protium Nova Torch. Yes, this is a better drive, 50 milli-Gs. This will also take 26 weeks from Oberon to Chernobog. Yeah, I think this is the way we want to go. We need version 4s here to progress. So we are sending the fleet to Saturn, and we are preparing the next fleet, which is going to be a version 4 fleet, to get to Uranus, Neptune, and Chernobog itself. And then it's GG, basically. We are going to need to build a second marine fleet at some point. But we might also be able to transfer the marine fleet from Saturn to Uranus in time. And maybe. But let's see. We could still build one, if need be. We have the resources now, and we have the shipbuilding capabilities for this. So basically, we are going to have 3, 4, 8, 12, 14 ships finishing up here. So we can constantly refit them. And also we do have ships on Mars here, which are going to finish up soon. And then we can consider to either upgrade them to version 4s as well. Like we have one already coming, two are already getting produced here. Or we rotate old designs out on Mars. I'm not sure about either of these things right now. Let's see our Mars defense ships here. Mostly version 2 decimators from early game. And some particle dreadnoughts. I think this is fine, so let's just leave it like this. Because we don't need to rotate stuff out which has officers on it, which reduce ship MC cost, for example. This one is like 44 only. I think we just can leave it like this. 15 ships, that's fine. Let's check Earth. It's basically one too many. We could move one of the particle dreadnought. No, these are all... We could upgrade these guys here. Also the flagship here. And get rid of... Why does it 2 flagships? What? Why do we have 2 flagships here? Okay. We can get rid of one of these flagships here. So Particle Dreadnought version 2 is the best one. And the new flagship class here can get disbanded. So we are just going to scuttle this guy. No. No. Here, this guy. Scuttle. Yeah, we're getting a massive chunk of resources back here. Bye-bye. And probably this allows us to remove... Yes, here the new flagship class. Perfect. And we could, however, still upgrade the Particle Dreadnought 3 here. Everything to a higher version. That should be fine as well. You can also... I know, these are not yet... they are all under refit here. And when these are done, we can also get rid of these old classes here. We're also going to upgrade these Siege AO version 2s here. Although we are going to keep those on Mars defense and... No, but the auto systems should be gone. Yeah. Yeah, perfect. Slowly it's looking nice here. Okay, let's continue. So basically, we are going to have an arrival at Saturn in October 14. No, what? 10th of February. Yeah, it's the 15-minute heating up phase, which sometimes is confusing. Okay, 10th of February, the Saturn campaign is going to start, more or less. Like 60 days, no, 60, 30, plus 60, 90 days afterwards when the orbital is finished. Yes, and then... How long do we need for the version 4, sir? Let's see. If we were to upgrade here... Something at Callisto base, like a version 2 siege class here, to a version 4 siege class, 173 days. Okay, these refits take very long. If we construct new ones, 347 days. So it's basically only 7 days less, but we are still going to go through this process. It will take time, but whatever. So, yes. By the way, in between we got a research breakthrough, which gave us plus 5% mining, so we are up to 144% here. This is going to go great What I didn't find recently is any orcs in regards to mining here. So we can hope for something on the 16th here. Aha! He tried something interesting. We could take him out, but I don't think this is necessary right now. We're just going to release him again. Meanwhile, we hunt plants if we stay calm on Earth itself, more or less. Oh, there's a new fleet here. We are just going to let it roam there. Oh, wait a second. We should always make sure that's not something like an assault carrier or something. What are... Ooh. Dreadnought, gunships, destroyers. Yeah, we're going to have to take it out probably before we can win the game, but I'm just going to keep it there, let it be there. Sometimes it takes out other factions, fleets, and stations, and I'm fine with this. Sometimes it takes damage because they have like 2 or 3 layer defense arrays, and that's quite a punch already with all the tech we have enabled. Oh, wait a second. Yeah, it's flying around apparently.
We'll be ready for
new orcs here.
Soon.
So, Draconis didn't have mining. No, nothing in here which provides us with more mining. That's quite sad. We could, of course... Ooh, wait a second. Didn't we just arrest someone here? Where's that guy? Where is that guy? Oh, there it is. Korea. Here we go. Let's see. Maybe he has some mining here, in fact. Laboratories. Energy. 3% mining. Yeah, maybe we want to... Yeah, I think we want to take these orcs for us. So basically we can see what we can get from in regards to mining to speed up our process here. Okay, yeah, and let's just speed ahead here because it's more or less only shipbuilding and trying to see how we can optimize mining and stations until we can continue to fight. Okay, now we have finished the spinal neutron lance, which is the thing we can put on our Titan. And of course this guy has 1000 range, which is nice. But interestingly, the damage type here is no longer thermal and no X-ray. It's only baryonic damage now, which is 5 times the damage to internals. I'm not sure what it exactly does. So I assume that it's basically focusing damage only on internal systems, which I find very interesting. And let's just... Oh, this sounds nice. We don't need anything reserve here, so everything goes into inertial confinement. And now let's have a look at the ship design again. So, ship classes, Titan. So now we are going to the spinal particle lance is gone, and we are going to replace it with a neutron lance. There you're perfect. So yeah, I'm curious what it does. So we are going to call this the version 3 here now. 65 milli-Gs, 500 kps, that's a lot, that's enough. Prices is okay. Safe design, there we go. I just noticed that our exotic count is dwindling now that we are starting to build MK4 versions of ships, which is of course due to the exotic hybrid armor. So maybe we need to take out this army just to get more exotics. Well, yeah, I guess so. But I'm going to wrap up this episode here now, because in the next one we are going to start the Saturn campaign. And also we are going to continue building a lot of ships. In fact, the exotic count really is a problem, I guess. Let's see again. So the standard ones cost 14 or 11. Yeah, that's a lot. Oh, wait a second, this one can go 14, 11. I mean, these are the two we need. Version 4 flagship here, 11 as well. Particle Dreadnought level 4, we are not going to build this guy. Because it's only a defense fleet for Earth and Mars, we are not going to upgrade anything there. So it's only the Outer System Dreadnought, the Outer System Siege, and the flagship. But we are going to have enough flagships here. And the Titan itself. So currently we could build another 10. But of course we also have a lot of stuff to upgrade left. However, we could just say that... Yeah, that's a good idea. So to save some stuff, we could just put like 1, 2 of the old siege ships here. Combine this with some 1, 2, 3 ships here from the Dreadnought class. And these ships are going to stay here as a Callisto defense force. Not a lot, but as we are building new ships constantly on Callisto and we are going to send Mars ships there, we do have more than those on average. But these are going to stay as our Callisto defense force here. And the other remaining ones here in the Outer System class fleet, these ones are going to level 4. It's not going to be that extremely expensive therefore, because the rebuild of those, I think it's 3 exotic cheaper because we already have the Mark III siege thing on there. So let's see, Callisto. Yeah, this guy to... Yeah, it's only 11 instead of 14, exactly. So we can save some cost here. But we also have some Mark III still under construction, so we are going to be very short on exotics. Which means we need to find a design as well for the Mark III. Let me see, does this one cost exotic? A little bit, yeah. Yeah, maybe we need to find a design without the exotic armor. Exotic hybrid armor. Because we're running too low on exotics here. But let's just continue onwards first and then see later on. When we're at around 40 or 50 exotics, we should make a stop. But I do think that I want to take out that fleet in orbit of Earth just for the exotic count. Also, of course, we are going to get new exotics from our fights on Saturn, which is going to start in 3 months. So, yes. I think we are going to be fine. But with that, leave a like and subscribe and see you in the next episode when we continue.